I'm out in the garden, the first thing, having a little wander around, and I have quite a lot of nettles over against this fence here where the sheep field is. So I'm going to be pulling up the nettles. I'm actually going to be harvesting them as well. Nettles are a really good source of nutrients, and they have lots of lovely medicinal qualities. So I'm going to pick the tops off and I'm going to dry them for a tea. I can use them in tinctures as well once they're dried, or in infusions. But now's a really good time to be picking nettles before they go to seed and go all woody. Right, so you can see the nettles down there. Let's put my glove on. Obviously use gloves if you don't want to get stung. But you see this this top bit here is ideal for drying and making teas with. So if I pick that off, put it to one side, and then I'll just pull up the rest, and that'll go in the compost. So I'm going to go all along. You can use a dehydrator, it depends how much stuff you've got to dry really, but you can just leave them in a basket or something like that for about a week, and they'll dry off and the sting will go, and then you can put them in a jar, and then you've got tea whenever you want it. And of course you can mix it with other things as well. Now of course, one thing that I should say is when you are picking nettles, if you're not picking them from your own property, if you're picking them out in the wild or from parks or whatever, do make sure that you are confident that they've not been sprayed, because nettles do get sprayed quite a lot, and they will come back. It doesn't usually kill them, it just makes them die down and then come back. So even if there's nettles there and they look okay, that area could have been sprayed previously. And I know other areas around the farm, they do spray the nettles, so I always make sure to pick them from our own garden and our own patch, so I know that they are safe for us to find. Here we've got quite a lot of yellow Archangel, which is also a variety of dead nettle, and so we can pick off the flowering tops of these, and they make a really good tea as well. They're supposed to be good for making you feel a bit more light-hearted, so if you're feeling a bit down, that's supposed to help you feel a bit better. And here we've got some raspberries, and raspberry leaf also makes, say that again, raspberry leaf also makes a really nice tea, and is good for uterine issues, menstrual issues. It is said to be useful during pregnancy, but obviously I'm not going to recommend that. Do your own research. It's supposed to help strengthen the uterus for stronger contractions. And I've got quite a few there. I've got some little raspberry flowers just appearing, so I'm hoping it's not going to be too long before I get some raspberries as well. Down in the little shady corner by the oil tank now, and we've got some, this is the apple mint that's growing in a pot there, and that is particularly nice for tea, quite refreshing. And then we've got some lemon balm just over here, and then I think if we just turn this way, we have some chocolate mint. My brain wasn't working for a minute there. I've decided, I made some improvised raised beds here in this little patch, and then I decided that I was also going to lay cardboard on this little edge next to the path and make another little low border next to the raised beds, because well, why not make use of all the space. Oh, we've got some more mint there as well. That's white peppermint. So I have lots of different types of mint, and you can mix them up and make a tea with them all mixed up or individually. Here we've got some sage, and that is reputed to make an excellent tea. I've never actually tried it myself. I kind of feel like it would be a bit strong, but yeah, supposed to be very good. And apparently, so the rumour has it, is the ancient Chinese thought that the British, well not ancient, but when the British wanted to take the tea from China, they thought we were a bit crazy because we had sage, and they thought that sage tea was far superior to their black tea. I've got, look at this while we're here. My parsley self-seeded, and I have like literally thousands of little tiny parsley plants growing there, little parsley seedlings. So yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them. I have to just pot some on and make some room for them to grow. Obviously they'll outcompete each other at some point. And just whilst we're here, I have some thyme there as well, and that's supposed to be a very good tea for respiratory issues. And I think this is going to be the last one. Just had a little wander around. This is rosemary, and again this is good for respiratory issues and is another one that's quite strong. Rosemary is also supposed to be very good for memory and concentration and focus. So if you are prepping for exams or something like that, yeah, rosemary is a good one to go for. Another one that I was looking for but I can't find any around the garden, I'm sure there will be some somewhere, is cleavers, and that's a really good herb to use in tea. Very cleansing and refreshing, and also good for seasonal allergies, hay fever and the like, as is plantain. So there we go, a little wander around the garden this morning and think about making tea with your own herbs. And of course, making your own tea, you know what, how these herbs have been treated, and hopefully haven't been treated with chemicals and pesticides and whatever. I was reading recently that oh gosh, can you hear the sheep? I was reading recently that lots and lots of teas have very, very high concentrations of pesticides, actually much more than they are legally allowed, sadly. And that not only affects us drinking it here, but just think about the people that work on those tea plantations and have to deal with that pesticide drenching. Not a nice job, I don't think, and quite often these people don't have much choice. Their whole family live on the plantation, and that's not just a job, it's their lifestyle. Just something to think about there. Hopefully not bringing you down on this beautiful morning. I think I'm going to leave it there. We'll listen to the birds and the sheep a little bit more. Oh, cows are joining in as well. Okay, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you again next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.